So this past week, Tom Brady threw his 600th touchdown pass, and it's become the talk of the town because the touchdown pass got given to a guy in the audience, and they try to negotiate to get it back. And everybody's been asking, so if you had that ball, what would you have asked Tom Brady for? We had a lot of really good answers lately. But I started thinking about how we have compared all of our answers. That's like been the thing to do. Let's compare the answers. What would you have asked him for? And sometimes comparison in that, it's fun. But other times, comparison is actually pretty harmful. In fact, Theodore Roosevelt said that comparison is the thief of joy. Comparison is the thief of joy. And in Matthew chapter 20, Jesus tells a parable about this. We call it the parable of the workers. And so what happens is a guy goes to do some work and the boss comes and says, I'll pay you a day's wages to do the work. And he was really excited. A day's wages for a work. Let's just use math and say that's $200, right? $200, 5 days a week, you're looking at $50,000 a year, right? So you're all like, great, I'm gonna get $200 for working from 9 to 5. That's fantastic. But then the manager keeps on going out and getting more people. And now a guy comes at noon and he's also getting paid $200. And a guy that's getting paid at 5 o'clock, he's also getting paid $200. And all of this time, you realize that all of these people are getting the same amount of money as you are, but they're not working as hard. But when you first heard how much money you're getting paid, you were excited until you started to compare yourself with others. You see, I believe what happens a lot of times is that, as Theodore Roosevelt says, comparison really does steal our joy. And what happens in comparison is that comparison hurts our relationship with others. We look at others, we start to size ourselves up with other people, and we realize that even though God's given us a lot of blessings, we want somebody else's blessing. And because of that, this comparison game really starts to hurt us. Comparison also hurts our relationship with ourselves. We have a relationship with ourselves, and the more we start to compare ourselves to other people, the more we look at other people's fake Instagram posts and say, I wish my fake Instagram post looked as good as their fake Instagram post, then you're gonna realize that comparison starts to hurt yourself. But comparison also hurts our relationship with God. Because when we compare ourselves to other people and we say, I wish I had what they had, what you're really saying is the stuff that God's given me is not good enough for me. And so the antidote, the vaccine for the comparison game is gratitude. To be grateful for what it is that God has given you. Because you see, if that worker would have been happy with the day's wages, then he would have went home, went to bed, watched some football, would have been really grateful for a day's wages. The only thing that stole his joy was when he started comparing himself to other people. So remember that as a lesson today. Don't compare yourself to other people. And if you go to a Bucs game, sit on the front row and try to get a football.